Why women feel shy to talk about sex. Have you ever noticed that many women can talk about almost anything, but the moment the topic turns to sex, they become quiet, shy, or uncomfortable? Why? Is it lack of knowledge, culture, fear, or something deeper? Take note, this video is not about talking about sex everywhere. It's about not carrying shame into your marriage. A woman should feel safe and confident enough to talk to her husband about intimacy without fear, embarrassment, or guilt. So why do women feel shy talking about sex? And guess what? It's not what most people think. Number one reason is how many women were raised. From a young age, many girls are taught, don't talk about that. Good girls don't discuss sex. Keep yourself pure and quiet. So they grow up feeling that talking about sex is wrong or shameful, even in marriage. For instance, a married woman wants to ask her husband a question about intimacy, but she feels embarrassed because she wasn't taught how to talk about it openly. The second reason is the fear of being judged. What's gonna be running through their mind is that, will he think I'm too straightforward? Will he think I've had experience before? Will he misunderstand me? Am I complaining too much or am meant to endure like that? They are scared of being judged. So they keep quiet. She wants to say what she likes or doesn't like, but she keeps quiet because she doesn't want to appear too knowledgeable. The third reason is lack of proper education. Many women were never properly educated about their own bodies or about intimacy in a healthy way. Everything they learned came from whispers, warnings, or mites. When you don't learn about something, it's hard to talk about it confidently. The fourth reason is cultural and religious silence. In many homes and communities, sex is treated like a forbidden topic. It is never discussed openly in a healthy and respectful way. So even after marriage, that silence follows some women. The fifth reason is that they are waiting for the man to lead the conversation. Some women feel it's a man's role to start any conversation about intimacy. Even when they have questions or concerns, they wait for him to start the conversation. She might feel uncomfortable about something, but waits for the man to notice before speaking up. Remember, this topic is not saying that a woman should be loose with her words or discuss about sex carelessly. It's teaching that in a safe, committed relationship, like marriage, a woman should not feel afraid or embarrassed to communicate about intimacy with her partner. It's okay to be modest. It's okay to be reserved, but it's not healthy to be silent when communication is needed in marriage. Because intimacy is part of marriage and communication is what makes it healthy, respectful, and comfortable for both partners. A woman may be happily married, love her husband deeply, but still feel embarrassed to say her likes and dislikes in bed or ask questions about intimacy. Not because she doesn't care, but maybe because she's scared of being judged as loose or the topic itself makes her uncomfortable. A wife may be uncomfortable about something, but feels shy. The husband doesn't understand the problem, and then misunderstanding grows. Not because there is no love, but lack of proper communication. And here is my advice to parents raising the girl child. Sex education is not about teaching children how to be sexually active. It's about teaching them respect, understanding, and confidence about their bodies and future in marriage. Let them know their body is private, valuable, and nothing to be ashamed of. So they grow into marriage confident and not confused. Some people feel that because you are from a well brought up family, especially a Christian home, a woman or a girl should never talk about sex, ask questions about it, or teach about it. They treat the topic as abominable and untouchable. And this is one of the reasons the girl child will hardly speak up when they face any form of sexual abuse. They will rather keep shut than talk to their parents who have made them feel that sex is a forbidden topic. How can something be called abominable when it is a natural part of life that they'll still face tomorrow? When sex is made a forbidden topic, then children grow up feeling ashamed, confused, and unable to express themselves. They are not taught how to speak respectfully about it, how to understand it at the right age, or when certain knowledge is appropriate. And this silence is dangerous for your child, irrespective of the gender. Many children from good homes fall victim to sexual abuse. Why? Because they feel too shy, too scared, or too guilty to say, Mom, someone touched my private part. I was hurt, or someone made me uncomfortable, or someone told me not to tell you that, let them know their body is valuable, private, and nothing to be ashamed of. So they grow into marriage confident and not confused. It also prepares them for the future, not only for marriage, but for life. They won't feel embarrassed discussing real issues around intimacy and relationships when necessary, with maturity and wisdom. Of course, I know many parents say sex is for marriage, but they were not only taught this, they were indirectly taught, don't talk about this, don't ask questions, it's embarrassing, it's something to keep quiet about. Good girls don't mention such things. So the lesson they really grew up with is not just wait till marriage. It becomes that this topic is shameful, awkward, and should never be discussed. And that mindset may not disappear in marriage. The silence they learned as girls follows them into marriage. So the issue is not lack of training. The issue is that they were trained in avoidance, not healthy understanding and communication. So as parents, use correct, simple languages to teach your girl child about their body parts and explain basic changes. As they grow, you should teach your daughters modesty without shame. Answer questions calmly and openly rather than saying, don't ask, don't talk about it, or it's wrong. Create a safe space for questions so they don't learn from the wrong people or the wrong sources. Prepare girls to enter marriage confident and comfortable, not confused or fearful in regards to sex. Explain that intimacy is for marriage and it is normal there. This helps them grow up knowing that it's not a taboo topic forever. It's something meant for the right time and the right place. Then teach respect, boundaries, and self-worth. This helps them and prepares them for healthy relationship later. We must stop presenting this topic as something evil to mention. Instead, teach it in a calm, respectful, and godly way. Let children know their body matter, their voice matter, and they can always talk to you because openness today can protect their tomorrow. For instance, if your daughter comes asking you, Mommy, I have a question. Is sex painful? What's gonna be your reply? Are you gonna shut her up or you're gonna answer calmly, honestly, and give respectful answers? Think about it. So here is my advice for men when they come across a woman who feels shy to talk about sex. If you married a modest and well-brought-up woman, you should understand that her silence may come from shyness, not lack of love. They were raised to see sex as a taboo topic, something to avoid talking about, instead of understanding that it is something sacred that should be handled with respect and healthy communication. What was once treated as a taboo topic should now be understood as something sacred and something you and your husband can grow into together. So your job as a husband is to make her feel so safe that she can talk to you about intimacy without shame, fear, or guilt. And for women who feel shy talking about sex, you don't need to feel bad about yourself. You are not strange and you are not alone. Some women feel this way because of how they were raised. But when you are married, remember that your husband is not an outsider, and talking about intimacy with your husband should not feel wrong or shameful. And a healthy communication is part of a healthy marriage. It's okay to be modest, but don't let shyness stop you from communicating with the person you married. Start small, gently, and grow comfortable with time. So marriage becomes easier when the husband creates safety and understanding, and the wife allows herself to open up without fear, guilt, or shame.